What's up? Today I'm gonna talk about my training schedule. And with training, I do a bit of an unconventional training style, or what you call it. But it works for me, and I've found out, and I've customized it for about two and a half years. And this is what works for me. It may not work for you, but it's suited for what I like and what keeps me going. Basically, it lets me have fun. So on Mondays I train pull, and pull is where you train the muscles that are pulling towards you, which are biceps, forearms, and back. And forearms I do sometimes, but not very much. And I do on every first set after my warm-up, which is stretching, I do reverse pyramid training, which is basically when you take the most weight you can do for about 4 to 6 reps, and you just boom to increase your strength. And then you gradually do 4 sets, and you take the weight, lower the weight every time, and do more sets. And I do that for one machine, or one machine every training session. And after every training session, I do core training, and I do some sort of core training. It's either bodyweight core training, it's what is it called, medicine ball. You know, a medicine ball. I have lay on my back, and then I have my feet up in the air, crossed with one another, and then I do like this with the medicine ball lying down. It's pretty rough if you do many sets and reps of it. And then after core training, every session, I do interval training. And yeah, I'll talk about it more later in the video. Tuesdays are my rest days. I've found out that I only need one rest day a week to feel good and to be re-energized, basically. And on Wednesdays I train MMA. I've trained MMA for about a couple of months now, and I like it, and I think every man should be able to fight. That's why I started. And I trained it more when I started, but now I felt as I want to gain more muscle instead of doing more condition training. That's why I'm just doing MMA once a week. When I started, I trained it 5 times a week, but now it's just one, and that's very much condition training. It's brutally hard. And then on Thursdays I either train wrestling or push, which is chest, triceps, and shoulders. Most of the time I train push, but sometimes, maybe once a month, I do wrestling. And wrestling is fucking brutal. It's hard. You have to push with everything you've got in the body to make a move and to defend yourself. And on Fridays I do legs. I do legs really hard. I don't train any muscle group as hard as I train my legs. It's because I feel like I've got small legs, but I got pretty strong legs, but I want more size, and I train like a beast in legs. I train like a beast every training session. My friends, they have to tell me to calm down because I get so energetic, and it's like I push myself to the limit oftentimes. And on legs it's just brutal. And yeah, and I forgot to say, after every training session I do core and interval training, and before every session I do some stretching to loosen up my muscles a little bit. And on Saturdays, maybe my favorite day, it's heavy compound lifts, which are consist of deadlift, squats, and bench press. I like to do these three regular weight training exercises to see where my strengths are, to see where my strengths at. It's just a measurement for myself to basically know where I'm at, and I like it. I like the feeling of almost it sounds weird, but I like the feeling of almost passing out after a heavy deadlift. It's nice to know that you've done something exhausting. And after that as well, I do core and interval. And sometimes when I do the compound lifts, I do kettlebell training. It's the Adonis protocol. I've learned it from Hamza inside of the, what is it called? The Adonis school. I'm currently in the Adonis school, and it's a very good brotherhood. And on Sundays, I do push, pull, or legs. It's what I'm feeling, and this is what I like about my training program, is that if I want to swap out one session with another, for example push with pull, I just do it. And this makes you keen to stay with training for a longer time if you do what you like. So my recommendations for a guy who's starting out training are that you do someone else's program in the beginning, and then you'll find what you like, and then you can customize it and tailor it to your preferences. And that's nice. Of course, you'll feel much more proud. I feel like I feel prouder of myself when I'm doing something that I want to do and that I feel happy doing. And sometimes when you go to train, you don't want to do it, but you still gotta do it. I train core every single session because it just stabilizes your body. It's easier for me when I train core. It's the foundation of heavy lifts. If you got a strong core, you can do many lifts with greater technique, and I can take punches with more ease when I've got a strong core, and it prevents my spine from bending unintentionally. And I just feel like it's a very important muscle to be strong in. And the interval training I do after every session is called the triple 12. I call it triple 12. I learned it from what's it called, NFL in America, the American football. And what they do before each season is that they put the speed in 12 incline. They put the speed on 12 kilometers an hour, and 12 kilometers an hour, 12 incline, and they do it for 12 times. And it's basically in the minute you run 20 seconds on 12 kilometers an hour in 12 incline, and then for 40 seconds you rest, and then you repeat it 12 times, and it's a good interval training. I like it, and it burns calories. Interval training has been shown to burn calories even after you stop training, and that's why I do it. And yeah, that's my unconventional but working style of training. I hope you've learned something from this, and my message with this was for you to understand that in the beginning of training you'll do someone else's program maybe, or what you see online, but then you'll start to tailor it and you'll feel better about it. Thanks for listening. If you want to get help with training, I'm taking on 5 clients as for free, because I'm doing a case study for 12 weeks. I've already got 2 booked. If you want to save a spot, then you should go down to the top link in the description and book a call with me, and we'll see where it leads. Thank you for listening. I'm out.